Thanks for joining us for another edition of The Small Business Show with Cheyenne Malone, exclusively on ASBN.com.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cheyenne Malone. You're watching another edition of The Small Business Show. In today's market, opportunities are everywhere, it seems like, especially for aspiring entrepreneurs. And that's why there's no better time to start a business than right now. Joining us to discuss this and more on the topic, Ellie Diop, the founder of Ellie Talks Money and the CEO and founder of Ellievated Academy. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much for having me again. It's so good to be back.
Yes, glad to have you, Ellie. So yes, obviously, we've shared your success on the show before, but you obviously have a good handle on, running a business and being successful at that as well. What factors do you believe make the 2024 just a big opportunity for aspiring entrepreneurs?
Wow. I think that what really makes this year a turning point year, I would say, is, we've now seen we're 4 years out from COVID. And so a lot of people entered the entrepreneurship space kind of by accident during 2020 because they needed a way to supplement their income. But now we've seen that, okay, if you started in 2020 or if you're thinking of starting now, we've seen that creators who have been on this journey are still making it work. So what that's proven to me is that 2024 is a great time to start selling digital products. It's a great time to start creating content. It's a great time to really take an idea that you've had and bring it to the marketplace, because if anything, we're only going to continue to see social media become more of a game-changing way to start and grow a business. So I feel like this is the year that people really need to hop in. It's definitely a turning point year.
What are some things that entrepreneurs should be, though, aware of in 2024, good or bad?
So I would say what to be aware of in 2024 are definitely regulations. One thing about starting a business, it can be fun, it can be sexy, it can be fast, but you also have to remember that this is a business entity. So you've got to have your right paperwork. You've got to make sure you understand at least a little bit about, what taxes are, how to document your income, the types of accounts you need. A few changes that are coming up this year in terms of the regulation side of business are that new business owners who file an LLC have to also file what is called a business owner's information form with FinCEN. And in addition, the IRS has a new ruling that if you earn or make over $5,000 through Cash App or Zelle or Venmo or PayPal, you have to report that. So this is really important for business owners who are getting started, who may not know about, getting a business bank account. Start learning those things, right? Come to my page, watch some YouTube videos, whatever the case is, but really make sure that if you decide to go down this approach, also have your ducks in order.
Any do's and don'ts you want to share with us on starting a business this year?
I love this. I would definitely say that some do's are using social media. And what I would honestly say is use TikTok. So, I'm an Instagram girly. I grew my platform all on Instagram. That's where a majority of my audience is. But in studying TikTok over the last few months, I really see it's such a right place for organic growth. So if you're a new creator, you have a new business and you kind of want to get your kinks out, before you're a pro, TikTok is a fantastic place to just go out, create the content, build a following, and then you can carry those people over to your Instagram. I would also say another do is to utilize sites like Amazon, TikTok Shop. If you're new to creating and you want to start making money with products that are already popular, become an affiliate. You can easily create an affiliate link with Amazon products, TikTok products, and etc. And now you're able to start making money without actually having to create the products, which can be a little intimidating for new business owners. Now, some don'ts, okay, which is definitely important.
Yes.
I would say that some don'ts in business for this year, one big one would be to give up too quickly. And I don't want that to sound cliche, but it really is so important because a lot of entrepreneurs that I've taught in my classes, that I have as clients, they're on this great path, but because they don't see $100,000 result in 3 months or 6 months, this microwave mentality, they kind of just throw away the business. And I would really encourage people listening, don't stop. I always like to think of growing a successful business as kind of a slow burn, but once that spark hits, it really can just, take over. So stick with it. It's proven that utilizing social media, you will get results, and staying consistent, you will get results. So stay on it and don't give up.
I think it makes sense. Obviously, using whatever social media platform you prefer. How do you then, keep people in the mindset of like whipping out the camera and always, filming and shooting and posting? Do you set reminders? Do you kind of set the timer so they post in certain time frames that are better than others?
Yeah, one thing, now we have a lot of great systems and tools to help social media become a little less intimidating. And one of those is AI. So I'm sure you've heard of ChatGPT, right? Different AI tools. And so a way that I use AI and that I encourage my students to use it is to kind of have AI do the work for you. We have a lot to think about as business owners, but one thing you no longer have to figure out is what to create. So a couple things you can ask ChatGPT to create for you. You can ask it, okay, you are an Instagram marketing expert. This is the prompt you're entering into ChatGPT. You're an Instagram marketing expert. Please, identify for this niche or audience, what are their pain points? What are some of their fears? What are some questions they might have about skincare, if that's your business? And create these results in a table format. And so you're going to get this, long list of questions, ideas, concerns that ChatGPT is essentially feeding you from what, the consumer mindset might have. And now you have this list, and you basically just whip out your camera, sit down, and you start to answer those questions. And you post those videos.
Oh, wow, that makes sense. And I'm assuming, so when you see like on Instagram and someone's like, if you want to, see these items where I got them, put link in the comments, is that kind of similar?
Exactly.
Okay.
So there's actually a really great tool that I would love for everyone listening to use. It's called Mini Chat. And it's an auto comment responder. So you might have seen on Instagram now when people are commenting a word, there's an auto response happening. That's the tool. So yes, if someone's watching your video and they love the lip gloss, you can have them comment the word gloss, right, in the comments, and that tool is going to automatically send them the link to your product.
Wow.
And that can really help to expedite sales, because you may not physically be able to go and respond to every single person, but with using AI, right? Now you've given yourself, a significantly larger chance to make a sale on your product.
It's like magic, right? Snap your finger and it's there.
I know.
I do want to revisit. So you're talking about basically patience, right? When you're starting something online or, trying to promote your business, you don't always see that initial pop of financials, right? I'm curious for you, when you started, how long did it take to start seeing some financial growth?
Yes. So I remember very clearly, I started posting pretty consistently, officially started my business in July of 2020. And I would say I launched my first paid product, I don't know, or not even launch. I don't think I made my first dollar from a paid product until October of 2020. And it was a $15 product. And so in that October, I think it was maybe October 15th, that was the first day that I had a $500 day. Like I made $500 in a day. And I will never forget this day because it was so exciting. And $500 is not a lot of money, right? And, in the larger picture. But in that moment, being a single mother, just starting my business, I've been working at this thing for almost 5 months. To hit that $500 number, let me know what was possible. So after that, things started to pick up. Then I hit my first $10,000 month. And honestly, once I crossed that 5 figures, that was in November that I hit my first 10K month. By January, I had my first $100,000 month.
Wow.
So yes, that's why I tell entrepreneurs, stick with it. Imagine if I had given up at 6 months in, imagine if I had said, this is too slow. I can't do this anymore. I might have missed out on all of what was to come. So it really is a slow burn. But once you get that indication that something's working, double down.
What kept you going? What motivated you?
I would definitely say my children. So you all know my story a little bit. I divorced in 2020, moved back home with all four of my children. And so, you know, when you are starting from the bottom again, you almost feel like, well, I've got nothing to lose. You know, it's really just do or die. And so when I thought about how I wanted to eventually be able to move out of my mom's house and just, you know, really restart my life, anytime I thought about giving up, I thought about my kids and I thought about, you know what? It would be unfair to them. They didn't choose this situation. You know, it would be unfair to them for me to just stop, especially until I've seen what all is possible. And I think that for entrepreneurs who are listening, don't count yourself out so soon. You know, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what can come if you just keep your foot on the gas a little bit longer.
Any final thoughts for us today, Ellie?
I would say final thoughts for you all in 2024. Again, this is the year to dive into that idea that's been, you know, maybe pecking at your brain for the last couple of years. If you've been wanting to sell, you know, hair, skincare, you have this online clothing boutique idea, this is the time to go for it. It's literally easier than ever to start a business. We don't have to do what people had to do 50 years ago and go door to door. You can literally decide to start, create content, and that can be your entrance into sales and the growth of your business. So don't wait.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
And you can do it from the comfort of your own home. You're right.
Exactly.
Awesome. Ellie Diop, thanks so much for your time today. The founder of Ellie Talks Money and CEO and founder of Ellievated Academy. Thanks so much. You're always a pleasure. I love hearing your story, and we will have you back definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. See you all soon.
Yes. And thank all of you for watching the Small Business Show exclusively right here on ASBN.com and now streaming on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of The Small Business Show with Cheyenne Malone, exclusively on ASBN.com.